Alright, hey everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the Game Speech. So no big introduction stuff before we dive into the chapter straight here. Channel update will be right out after the Kaiju and Spy Family videos are uploaded. Spy Family's uploading right now, it should be out soon. Kaiju will follow soon after. The channel update will be out last, but it should be short and sweet. So look forward to that. As I mentioned in the other videos, I do have a fan running because it is hot as balls right now, and if I don't have it on, I will melt. That's also why I've been MIA from the channel. It's just because it's been too hot to record and I didn't want to have a loud fan running. But yeah, without further ado, with that said, let us dive straight into Kaiju number 8, chapter 67 by Naoya Matsumoto, with translation by David Evelyn and lettering by Brandon Bovia. So we see on one of those little racetracks, you have 98, 99, 100, and you see Kafka with his arms like behind his back. He's doing like these little stepping stride exercises. I think trying to like mimic the poses for the leg movements that Hoshino was using in that movie used against him in the last chapter. And I'm always a sucker for like these little training montage moments thing. I love them a lot. And you see as Kafka's going through this, he's going, these exercises are way tougher than I envisioned. Ooh, excuse me. And he thinks back to Hoshina telling him, the foundation of the squadron-style combat technique is derived from the lower body. You transfer power created from your lower body into your fists. First, I'll get your body thoroughly adjusted to the 5 basic types of striding. I'll be coming to Ariake twice a week to check your progress. So if you've been slacking off, I'll know in a heartbeat. And he just gives him this evil smirk. Kafka just shudders at the flashback with a twitch. Oh no, shudders at the flashback and uses a twitch. He's like, oh, ouch, Charlie horse, Charlie horse. He's just like rolling around the ground, clutching his leg. No, I've never felt more seen as an old man than I have in this moment with Kafka, just like clutching his, like screaming in pain as his old man body's not used to this. And you have someone going, wow, the squadron style combat technique, huh? He's a Kikoru. And she's like, considering you can't use weapons, this might be perfect for you. Kafka's like, hey, you little twerp, I'll have you know that this training is brutal. How about you give it a try since you're so full of your... She's like, I know. Daddy used to do those same exercises every day. And he goes, I see. The Director General went through the same thing, huh? Well, that just means I gotta work even harder. And Kikoru's like, huh, looks like he's out of his funk. She's like, perfect timing. Here's a little reward for you then. Vice Captain Hasegawa was said to give this to you, and she gives him a phone. He's like, my phone? But it got confiscated. I'm authorized to use it again? And she's like, why don't you try contacting them? He's like, you haven't spoken with the old squad in forever, right? And you see... Ah, God, you see Kafka with his phone plugged in, he's like, looking all grim, he's like, so speak to them? How the hell am I supposed to do that? After all that happened back then? It's been almost 2 whole months. So what will everyone think of me, now that they know I'm number 8? It's like, anyway, let me turn this thing on. And as he powers up his phone, you have a pling, it's like a notification. It's like bling, 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 bling. It just starts buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. It's like, what is all this? The notifications are endless. I have 503, oh shit. I have 503 unread messages? What in the world? God, that would give me a heart attack and an anxiety attack. I could not deal with that. I would just delete it unread. So do I dare open them? But I've been hiding the mother of all secrets from everyone. And he's thinking, God, he's thinking to himself, liar, bad, you're the worst. You were number 8? Stay away, Kaiju. I'm so disappointed. You're a freak. This guy, I'm too scared. And right as he's like, right as he's thinking all this, the phone goes off with a giant ring. He's like, ah! He drops the phone and he sees that it's Reno Ichikawa. He's like, Ichikawa. And as it's ringing, he's like, clip. He's like, who? He's like, wait, I accidentally hung up. That makes things even more awkward. He's like, it's no good. I should call it quits for today. And as he's walking away, he sees the phone with a loud ring. It's like, now Haru's calling me? And he's kind of like looking at the phone, he's thinking whether to pick it up. Steals himself, goes back, picks it up. With the flip presses answer. He's like, hello, Haru? Long time no see. And you see a pissed off Ichikawa sitting in a hospital bed going, why did you answer when you thought it was Iharu calling? He's like, huh? It's like, Ichikawa! It's like, no, I just accidentally... It's like, that aside, what were you even thinking going radio silent for nearly 2 months? Even if you had your phone confiscated, you still could have come up with some other way to get in touch, you know? He's like, I wasn't allowed any outside contact, so... It's like, did you even try to get permission? Anyway, Shinomi worked to get authorization for you this time around, right? So do you have any idea how worried we were about you? And Kafka's taken aback by this. He's like, I'm sorry. There was just so much stuff going on that I... No, I'm just making excuses. I was afraid. I didn't think it was possible to keep up my relationships with those in the 3rd Division. I figured everyone would be too afraid of me. Now that they know I'm Kaiju number 8. It's like, sir, you're damn, Skippy. Of course we're afraid. You're damn, Skippy? I think that's supposed to be your damn right, Skippy. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be your damn right, Skippy, because your damn Skippy just sounds incomplete. And you see Iharu button in with a, of course we're afraid. That power is clearly kaiju-like. It's inhuman. To be frank, it scares the hell out of me. Kafka's like, I knew it. It's like, but that doesn't mean I hate you. I saw you put your life on the line to save the base. Not one person who witnessed that thinks of you as anything other than a friend, old man. He's like, in the 3rd Division, thinks back to Ashiro telling him, in the 3rd Division, not a single person considers you a kaiju threat. And then Haru's like, actually, now I'm pissed. You really thought that we were that cold-blooded? It's like, please try to have more faith in us. It's Ichikawa going, please try to have more faith in us. He's like, and I don't mean just in me and Haru. I mean in all of us. I told you I had faith that you'd come back, right? At that time, I wasn't just speaking for myself, but for everyone. You see Kafka just looking at his phone silently. See, Koro comes in and goes, Kafka Hibino, it's time for afternoon joint training. Did you get in touch with everybody? She looks at him just sitting there silently, cross-legged on the bed. It's like, hey, how long are you going to take? And he goes, Kikoru, Ichikawa and Haru called me a dummy. She's like, huh? But they're right. She's like, looks startled as he turns around. God, such a dumb face. And you see tears just streaming down his face. He's got snot dripping out of his nose. And he sees he's got a bunch of messages from everyone in the 3rd Division going, we're worried about you. Come back safe. And you have Akari going, Mr. Hibino, are you okay? I pray that you're safe and sound. It's like, thank you for protecting Tachi. He's like, come back alive. It's like, you had me spooked. Look, once you come back. It's like, I've been a real dummy. She's still taken aback by this. And she goes, I've known that for a while now. Come on, time for training. Hurry and get ready. It's like, huh? Wait a second. You think I'm a dummy too? It's like, never mind that. Just hurry it up. Oh, alright, man. Oh, honestly, it is such... It's so refreshing to have a character like Kafka who's so relatable in a Shonen Jump series. Not because, you know, he's almost like... Oh, shit, I'm gonna be Kafka's age soon. God damn it. I'm gonna be his age soon, motherfucker. Alright, but yeah, to have someone that's your age represented, you know, in a series that usually skews for, like, you know, a much younger audience. So to have someone that's older, but that still is embodying, like, you know, the themes and messages of Shonen Jump of, like, you know, friendship, effort, victory. I think that's why Kaiju number 8 is, like, so impactful and resonates with me so much, even if it's not, like, you know, quintessential or, like, you know, the pinnacle of storytelling necessarily. I think what it does well. And I think part of that is definitely chapters like this that emphasize, you know, the camaraderie between, you know, Kafka and the 3rd Division, but also the ones that, you know, do a lot to kind of humanize a lot of like his internal struggles with anxiety, with imposter syndrome, with feeling like he's not good enough, to live up to people's expectations or their trust in him. So I really do like, even though this was kind of like, that's what I'm looking for. Even though this wasn't like a plot advancing chapter, like it was more of an intermission chapter. I do like that we had just like a little moment, to spend humanizing Kafka and kind of like his recent struggles, especially on the back of his whole breakdown with how having almost killed Isao, having gone berserk in his kaiju state. I feel like a lot of the fears he has and he's vocalizing in this chapter are I want to say valid doesn't feel right, but are valid. And that he's just like what are people going to think of me? After I kept the secret from them, even though they placed their trust in me, even though they treated me as a friend. And while I still have some issues with how quickly he was kind of glossed over and rolled up with the fact that he is a kaiju, and like given how much trauma a lot of the characters have with regards to having lost a loved one to kaiju, I think this chapter did a good job of like doing enough to humanize Kafka and doing a good job kind of playing with like interactions between him and the other characters and kind of like rationalizing it out to where I can buy that like yeah, there still are gonna be some doubts. There's gonna still be maybe not 100% confidence, in him, but his charisma, his character, his personality, everything. Like people trust in Kafka because he seems like a good guy, and he's proven that he's willing to put his life on the line for them, and that's more than enough reason for them to give him the benefit of the doubt. So I really, really like that touch and like the fact that that's what was emphasized in this chapter. But yeah, really, really good. I just love awkward Kafka because again, that is exactly the shit I do every single time. Like I get a call, or I'm thinking of like talking to someone, or anything like the anxiety of like, oh, you're so disappointed. Like I felt that so deep in my bones. Most relatable character, especially with him like accidentally hanging up, be like, oh shit, I fucked up, I fucked up. What are they gonna think? Like so relatable. I really love him. Cannot wait to see what's going to happen. Again, I really, really do hope we're going to get at least a mini time skip so that Kafka can, develop some more of his skills, so Kokoro can develop, so that Ichikawa can also recover from, the strain of having pushed himself too far using number six, and so he can acclimate himself to it better. Looking forward to all of that. Looking forward to where the next arc stuff is going to go after this intermission. If we're going to like start seeing more of the other characters, I don't think we're going to jump back to number 9, or hopefully we won't jump back to number 9 soon. Especially with Hoshina, with the last chapter saying, there's other kaiju out there apart from number 9. Hope we're going to get a break from him and his machinations to kind of maybe go back to a little bit of Monster of the Week for a while before we kind of dive back deeper into the kaiju stuff. But either way, I'm looking forward to it. So that's how I'll end this video here, because again, I kind of think I went on for a little bit longer than I would have liked. But I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'd really like to get over the 150 subscriber limit this summer. If I can, that would be great. And until next time, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.